Alright, let's get started today. So this is the 20th of June on Sunday. So thank you for joining everyone. Good to see you again. I hope you have a great weekend today. So this is on Sunday. The markets are closed. So as usual, we check some charts, forex pairs, and indexes and commodities, and then we're gonna cover the news for next week. So let me squeeze my face and get started. Alright, so before starting here, just a quick disclaimer. Today's information is based on my experience and knowledge. So when you take trades, please do at your own risk. And also, if you can follow the guideline and rules on the live stream, it will be great. Okay, Thanapol and Asif Sarash, thank you for joining everyone. Great to see you on this Sunday's public live stream. Alright, so let's cover some of the forex pairs first. So every weekend I check weekly charts. Every month end, I check monthly charts, and every day end, I check the daily charts. So today, this is the weekend, so as usual, we check the weekly charts. So I will be screening these pairs on the right, from Euro USD down to the Swiss franc JPY, and also some other commodities, gold and also oil, and then indexes. So let's start from Euro USD. We're gonna check the Euro pairs first. So Euro USD, it's retracing backwards. Last week was very strong bearish trend. The Kumo remained flat and Kijun-sen became flat also. And the Tenkan-sen Kijun-sen dead cross hasn't happened yet. And the Chikou-span break happens, but since there's no Tenkan-sen Kijun-sen dead cross above the Kumo yet, this is the range market. So next week onwards, it could be ranging, and we might not see the stable trends in the daily chart or forward chart. In forward chart, it's going down, but what I mean by that is it might stop downtrend and it might retrace backwards. So we have to be careful for the volatility and also retracement next week onwards. So let's move on to Euro AUD. And the Euro AUD pair, this is also retracing backwards. Looks like retracements are everywhere. So I'm sure I will be saying retracements many times on today's live stream. But Euro AUD flat, Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat. Market broke the Kijun-sen uppers now. So it can retrace backwards to the Kumo in this case. And then let's move on to Euro Pound. The Euro Pound is also flat. This is the market that you have to stay away because the Kumo flat and Kijun-sen flat right now, and the market has been ranging. And not only that, if you see candles in the weekly charts, this is consecutive doji candles. And this is a very tricky market. The market is moving up and down every week recently, so I would be staying away on this pair completely for next week. Alright, hello Arvin and Jagadish, Danish and Arara, Joey and Zach, Tarun and Jai and Ajay. Thank you for joining everyone, great to see you again. So moving on to Euro JPY, it's retracing backwards now, and the Kumo made flat, Kumo became flat, and also Kijun-sen became flat as well. And the market broke the Tenkan-sen and it looks like it's going down to Kijun-sen. So in forward chart it's going down, so the initial target will be at the Kijun-sen on the weekly chart, which is at 129.556 level. Once the market starts to go down, then it can go down to that level. And then let's move on to Euro CAD. It's flat, also ranging, Kumo flat, Senko-span B flat, A flat, and Kijun-sen flat. Tenkan-sen also flat too. So this is flat retracing backwards And in terms of the momentum, it's downtrend, it's bearish. So the price is now retracing backwards to Tenkan-sen on the weekly chart. So Tenkan-sen on the weekly chart is at the 1.48876 level. So it can retrace backwards to that level next week. So let's move on to the next pair, Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc is now also retracing, also similar thing, Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, and the price is in between Kijun-sen and Kumo. So this is ranging. 2 weeks back was bearish, but last week was bullish. So in lower time frames, it's uptrending, but in terms of this bigger picture, the market, it's been retracing, ranging. The market bounced by this reversal line. Previous resistances became breakout. After the breakout, it's going down now, but looks like it's bouncing. So next week could be uptrend, but we'll see. It might be in the range for a couple of more weeks. So in this example too, I will follow the lower time frame uptrend directions. Alright, thank you for the comments everyone. I will cover the comments after I screen the pairs and also the news. So let me talk about these pairs and markets first. So let's move on to USD pairs. So USD JPY, it's also flat. The Kumo Senko Span B flat. A is technically moving up, but overall A is flat. And then the Kijun Sen is flat also. And Tenkan Sen points upwards, so this is uptrending in the short term, but there is a previous high level at 110.97 level, or there is a round number of 111. So it might be resisted at some point in these areas, and the price could retrace backwards next week. So unless the market breaks the round number of 110.00, I would wait to buy in this particular pair. And moving on to USD Swiss franc, this is retracing backwards now. Kumo's down, but the Kijun Sen flat, and price into the Kumo now. So we see uptrend in lower time frame in forward chart, but it's now in the Kumo on the weekly. So next week could be volatile. So you have to be careful on the risk management if you take trades on this particular pair. And then USD CAD, it's also retracing backwards. The Kumo flat, Senko Span B flat, A flat, and Kijun Sen angle, Tenkan Sen also flat as well. And the market reached to the Kijun Sen area now. But here is the previous support level, and the market is actually at also this Kijun Sen level. And then also we can draw a descending trend line like this way, and the market is reaching to that level. So whether the market breaks this previous resistance level upwards or not is a key for next week. It could go down. So in lower time frame in forward chart, it's bullish, but next week could be turning bearish. So if you're still looking for buy next week, you better wait for the clear candlestick breakout and then look for a buy chance. And then the market could break and go up to the Kumo for next week or next week in the long term. Alright, and let's cover some of the pound pairs. So pound USD, let me cover this one. The pound USD is going down right now. The overall situation, Kumo's flat, Senko Span B flat, Senko Span A is moving up, but the Kijun Sen is flat at the moment. So it's retracing backwards. There was a very heavy downtrend. It was in last week only, it was almost like 300 pips of bearish on this pound USD. So this could be the sign for the new downtrend, but as per weekly chart, the price is still above the Kijun Sen. So looks like the market is reaching back to Kijun Sen, and then whether the market breaks the Kijun-sen or not will be the topic for next week. It can be bounced by the Kijun-sen and goes up, and then you will see the uptrend in the short term. So yeah, that's the pound USD, and yeah, I will be covering the AUD Swiss franc and also gold later on, so please stick to the live stream. So let me move on to the pound JPY. So pound JPY is also retracing, and the Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat also, the price broke the Tenkan-sen, so it could reach back to the Kijun-sen on the weekly chart. So now it's not a good time to buy, but as we saw earlier, the forward chart is going down, so we can still look for the sell chance in lower time frames. And moving on to pound AUD, the price is exactly in the Kumo now, so it can be very spiky, and it's ranging or retracing backwards, so we have to be careful when you look for the buy in lower time frames. It can go down anytime soon, simply because the price is into the Kumo now. And also this is about the Ichimoku nature, is that the when you see the price into the Kumo now, if the Kumo is very thick like this, then that means that the market can be very volatile, spiky, especially in lower time frames. It goes up and down. So like I mentioned before, the market is into the Kumo is like the airplane into the storm, so it can be volatile and it can be spiking up and downwards. So with that in mind, we have to look for the opportunity in lower time frames. So let's move on to the pound CAD. So this one is flat right now, Kumo flat and two theme Kumo. So this is flat Kumo the whole time. Kijun-sen is also flat right now, and Chikou span touching, and there is no trend on the weekly chart. And pound Swiss franc is also flat. Yeah, Kumo flat, Senkou span B flat, A flat, and Kijun-sen also flat. The market was uptrending, and exactly in the week of the 5th of April, the market went down, and after that, it's been ranging, and there's no trend and no trace. So let's move on to the AUD USD pair. So this is flat also and retracing. So the Kumo is flat right now. You can see that the Kumo in this case, Senkou span B is up and Senkou span A is down. And in this condition, you can regard this as a flat Kumo. And also Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen dead cross happens right now. And Chikou span breakout is about to happen. The tip of the Chikou span is still with this candlestick here, so we have to wait for the clear Chikou span breakout next week, and then the market can reach back to the Kumo and it can go into the Kumo afterwards. So in that case, we see the downtrend in the daily chart or forward chart, but once the market goes into the Kumo, so once again it can be very volatile, so we have to be careful for the spikes next week if it happens. So let's move on to the AUD CAD. This is also flat and into the Kumo now, so it's be spiky. There is no trend on lower time frames, so I will be why are we waiting until maybe Tuesday or Wednesday until there is a next move in the market. And then AUD JPY. Oh, sorry, I have too many lines here. Let me cancel the lines. And yeah, this is AUD JPY weekly chart. This is also flat Kumo and Kijun-sen flat too. And the market is heading backwards to the Kijun-sen in this case. So in the middle of the retracement, we better stay away in this time frame, or we can lower the time frame and look for the sell chance in forward chart or lower time frames. And let's see. So next one is the AUD CHF. This one is also flat, but one thing that is important is that the market broke the Kijun Sen, and so in this case the market can retrace backwards to the Kumo. So the market can be trending bearish next week. The Chikou span touching with the candles, so once it does, then it can be bounced by the candles, or it can be synchronizing with the candles in the past, and then it might break downwards as well. But when you see Chikou span overlapping with the candles, then I recommend you to stay away from that market. So it's either you stay away from the market, or if you see downtrend in lower time frames, you can follow that trend. So let's move on to the CAD pairs. So CAD JPY, it's also retracing backwards. So retracements are everywhere last week, and so we see trends in lower time frames, but not really on the daily charts or weekly charts. So this one too, the Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, but in this case the price is retracing backwards to the Tenkan Sen, and also this level of Tenkan Sen at 88.23 level is at the support. So let me have these lines. So the market is retracing back to the Tenkan Sen. So it might be supported by the Tenkan Sen and goes up, or it can break the Tenkan Sen and come backwards to the Kijun Sen in this case. So we better wait for the next bounce or the breakout of the Tenkan Sen on the weekly chart, and then follow the trend direction in lower time frames. And the next one is CAD Swiss franc. It's flat right now. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. Market has been in the P wave, and it's in the range, and there is no trend and no trace. There is no trend in lower time frames either, so no trace. And then a Swiss franc JPY. On the weekly chart, it's going down, but at the same time, the price is at the Kijun Sen now, and the Kumo is up, and Kijun Sen is also up right now, and a Chikou span above the candles also. So overall, this is bullish, and if you see Kijun Sen points up like this, the market tends to be bounced by the Kijun Sen, so I expect the market turn bullish next week. But once again, there is no 100%, so if the market breaks the Kijun Sen next week, then we have to switch our mindset and look for the sell chance, because if it happens, then the market can retrace backwards to the Kumo for next week. So let's cover some of the commodity gold and US oil. So gold on the weekly chart, it shows bearish in this, but the price is in the Kumo now, and the Kumo flat, the future Kumo shows flat, and also Kijun Sen flat right now. And Chikou span broke the previous candles, but it's too close with candles, and this is ranging retracing, and the price is exactly at the previous Senko span B level. So we saw heavy downtrend last week on gold, but it can turn bullish by supported by this Senko span B level on the weekly chart. But if the market breaks the Senko span B next week, then it can turn bearish. So we'll see which way it goes next week. Yeah, gold is downtrending in lower time frames as well, so you can follow the downtrend in lower time frames. But also keep in mind for this weekly Senko span B, as it might be the support and the market can turn bullish anytime soon. So let's move on to the WTI oil, and this is bullish now on the weekly chart. The market is going up, and the Kumo's up right now, and Kijun Sen up also, Tenkan Sen also up, and Chikou span above the candles. So no doubt this is bullish and the market is reaching to the previous resistance level at 72.94, and looks like it heads towards the 76.93, which is going to be the next resistance level. Yeah, these are the resistances from here, the 15th of October, and also all-time high will be the 1st of October back in 2018. So it's been a strongly bullish trend, and we can follow the uptrend on the weekly chart in this case. So let's move on to some of the indexes now on the weekly chart. Starting from Nikkei, it's still in the P wave. As expected, the market went up a couple of weeks ago, and now it's ranging because this is at the previous high on this P wave. So it can turn bearish next week and then reach to the other side of the P wave, or if it breaks, then it can be turning bullish next week. So we'll see which way it goes. As per Ichimoku lines, it's flat. The Kumo flat and Kijun Sen flat right now, so it's hard to tell which way it goes in terms of Ichimoku here in this case. But very challenging market, to be honest. Very challenging market. Yeah, I had only taken one trade last week, and yeah, if you're not confident, then you better stay away and come back to chart maybe a couple of days later is my advice. So let's move on to the next one, is the Dow Jones. It's also flat ranging. Dow Jones retraced so heavily last week, and it's at the previous support level now. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and the market looks to be heading towards the Kijun Sen. So if you're selling it, the Kijun Sen at 32268 is the next target initially. And let's move on to the Nasdaq here. Nasdaq is bullish now. This is consecutive bullish in a wave. It's been on the N wave bullish, and it's about to break the resistance. And last week was Doji candle, and there was no trend on last week. But so in this case, as usual, I say that we have to wait for the Doji breakout on the weekly chart. So once the market breaks the resistance level of 14,215.7, then we might see the continuous uptrend afterwards. Otherwise, no trends and no trades, because it can turn bearish and the market could be in the range next week. So yeah, so let me just mark this one because this is strongly bullish. So just for the note, I will keep watching this one next week onwards. So let's move on to the S&P 500. Yeah, this one is also bullish. Last week was bearish, but we see Kumo up, Kijun Sen up right now, and the price is above the Tenkan-sen still. So we see patterns that the market has been supported by the Tenkan-sen last couple of weeks. So the market reached back to Tenkan-sen, and next week could be bounce, and we might see some bullishness next week. But at the same time, this is an engulfing outside bar. If you see the most recent 3 candles on the weekly charts, this is called engulfing, and this is called outside bar. So in this situation, I would wait for the market breaks the resistance level of 4270 level, and then look for buy chance afterwards. Otherwise, it can retrace backwards to the Kijun Sen for the month of next week or for the month of July. We'll see. And let's move on to Eurostoxx. Eurostoxx on weekly chart is of course uptrending because the Kumo's up, and the Kumo, not only it's up, but also Kumo is very thick like this, and this is consecutively bullish. And also Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen up also, and Chikou span above the candles. and the market is retracing backwards next week, and it can bounce by this previous resistance level at 4052.8 and go bullish continuously next week. So I will mark this one too. Euro stock is going up right now. And let's move on to FTSE 100. This is also bullish technically because the Kumo's up, Senkou span B up, A up, and Kijun Sen is upwards also. But this is something that we have to be careful, is that the in this case, even if the Kumo and Kijun Sen goes up this way, there was a wick renews higher, and now the close price is below the previous high. So from next week, it could turn bearish, and the Kumo Kijun Sen can go flat next week. And if you see that, then no trades to buy. Otherwise, it can be supported by this ascending trend line and continue to go up this way along the way. So we'll see which way it goes next week. So let's cover the next one on the CAC fronts. Okay, CAC front also is stably bullish still. Kumo up, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up still, and the Chikou span above the candles. And yeah, no doubt this is bullish. Last week was a bit bearish, but overall market is bullish, so it can go up continuously next week. And then let's cover Nifty here. Nifty is also bullish. The Kumo's up, Senkou span B up and A up nicely, and Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen both upwards, and the Chikou span above the candles. So this is nicely bullish trend. And also we see this engulfing outside, so we better wait for the breakout of the run number of 15900.15 and then look for a buy chance afterwards. Otherwise, it can be retracing or ranging in the short term. So always look at the run number is a key. Okay, so let's cover the Hansen index. Hong Kong Hansen has been flat right now. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and the price in the P wave, so there's no trend and no trace. And then AU200 is up right now. Yeah, Kumo up, right? And also Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, Chikou span above the candles, and also we see this engulfing outside. So I would wait for the next resistance level breakout, which is at 08.3 level, and look for the buy chance afterwards. And then DAX index is also bullish. We saw this under engulfing outside structure, but this is continuously bullish now, so we can still look for the buy chance. If it breaks the next resistance level of also run number of 15800, and then that will be a good buy next week. Okay, so that covers the whole indexes here. So let me remind for the calendar. Okay, so we are towards the end of June. So next week starts from 21st, the business day, and then that will be until the 25th in Friday. So next week on Monday, June 21st, we have AUD retail sales. So AUD pairs could be affected by that, and also there is an ECB speech on Monday. So in case you're holding Euro pairs, be careful. Tuesday on 22nd, we have no news, and Wednesday we have this Phase Chair Powell speech in the US, so that could be affected, and at 2 a.m. in UT's time zone. And then there is a monetary policy in Japan, so JPY could be affected on Wednesday. And moving on to Euro, we have Europe news here in Germany and Euro itself. There is a market PMI report, so Euro pairs could be affected by that on Wednesday. And then also another PMI, market PMI on pound. And then retail sales in Canada. So lots of news on Wednesday. Wednesday is a big day for next week. And then Thursday 24th we have another speech on ECB. So Euro could be affected by that. And then council meeting follows by that speech. And then also there is BOJ's Governor Kuroda speech. So JPY could be affected by that. And then we have monetary policy in pound. This is going to be very important. So in case you're taking trades on pound next Thursday, you have to be careful. And then towards the end, there will be a couple of US news here. Non-defense capital goods orders, X-aircraft, and also GDP in the US. So USD could be affected by that. And also moving on to Friday, we have a bank stress test info in the US. And also a European Council meeting and Euro itself. So we have lots of news. But next week, we have to be careful on Wednesday and Thursday. Because Wednesday, once again, we have big news, big events, and US and JPY and Euro and also Canada. And then pound also. And Thursday, we have this policy meeting on UK. So pound could be affected by that. And then you better look at other important pairs, important news for next week. Alright, so that covers the whole topic for next week. So let me switch it to the free talk session for the next maybe 20 minutes or so. Alright, so once again, thank you for joining everyone. If you liked it, please press the like button before you leave. And please subscribe and click the bell button so that you get notified as I do these live streams or videos on my YouTube channel. Alright, Nasser, thank you for joining. Great to see you here again. Okay, Orvin, thank you for joining. Once again, plenty of choices this week. Yeah, towards the end of last week, there were some retracements in range, and this week could be another trending pairs, trending markets. We have lots of news also. So Orvin says, if you were to choose, would you prefer daily trend or forward chart trends? I prefer forward chart trends for now, because we don't see any trends on the daily time frame as per Ichimoku. So I continue to focus on the forward chart trends next week. Blackwater, thank you for joining. Arena, good to see you too. Darrell, Gustavo, thank you for joining as well. Oh, Jai, thank you for joining. He says, how long will tomorrow's 30k live stream will be also? Yeah, so tomorrow there will be a special live stream, because thanks to everybody's contributions and supports and participations, now my number of subscribers is over 30k now. It's already like 31.2k subscribers. So thank you so much for supports, and by showing my appreciation, there will be a special live stream. So it starts at 9 p.m. in Japan time, which is 12 noon time and UTC time zone. So usually this live stream starts at 2 p.m. in UTC, so that will be 2 hours earlier than usual. And we'll see how long it can go. It might be 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, we never know. We'll see. I will take a good rest before this special live stream tomorrow, and we'll see you there. Alright, let's see. Yes, I've covered the pound USD and AUD Swiss franc and gold. Alright, Rajko, thank you for joining. Christopher, good to see you too. Thank you for joining, everyone. Okay, Aditya says, Mr. K, can it be helped to ask for Forex Tester team to get a coupon of more than 5% discount? For example, 10%. Yeah, I have asked the more discount coupon, but they don't have it. So yeah, right now you only receive 5% discount coupon. Yeah, but in case there will be 10% coupon or more better offers, then for sure I will let you know. I will be creating another video and let you know. But for now, 5% for new purchase and also upgrades. Alright, Dai and Tech, thank you for joining. Rahul, good to see you too from India. Thank you for joining. Okay, Rahul says, hi sir, I'm from India. I want to learn from your Ichimoku strategy. Please provide any discounts. In terms of the Ichimoku community, I cannot offer any discounts because the transactions are managed by the YouTube. So there's no discounts, but it's $30 per month, my Ichimoku community. So and you can have lots of perks. You can access to my website and scroll down. This is $30. Technically, it's 2,999 yen, but you can convert it by looking at the USD JPY, and you know the USD value or Euro value. You can look at the Euro JPY, and you know the value of a monthly fee for my community, because we're here to know about the Forex pairs currencies, so you can convert it, but it's roughly about $30 per monthly, and you get all these perks. Ichimoku Master Book and Ichimoku Basic Theories Book, which talk about 3 theories about Ichimoku, and also there is a Kyushurex booklet also. Yeah, there's a Kyushurex booklet. So there are many things that I can offer for $30 per monthly on this Ichimoku community. You can simply join by clicking the join button on YouTube, and it's so easy access. Alright, hello Maru-san, thank you for joining. Great to see you here again. Yeah, I think it's nice timing to take a week off because the market is very tricky. So yeah, no rush. We can just wait until the next big moves comes in the markets. Yeah, in Japan it's getting hot too. In Tokyo today was like a 26-27 degrees. So it's not too hot, but it's getting hotter and hotter, and it's been raining almost every day. It's very humid, and I want to stay away from these mosquitoes. Alright, Chu, thank you for joining. Faiz and Munif, good to see you too. Okay, Mopkisi says Bank Nifty analysis for next week. Alright, let me check Bank Nifty, since I know there are lots of traders from India on my YouTube channel. So yeah, Bank Nifty here is now flat on the weekly chart. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and this is the P wave. So we better wait for the P wave breakout upwards in this direction. But now the P wave breakout looks not gonna happen soon because the Tenkan-sen is below the Kijun-sen in this condition. We have to wait for the Kijun-sen Tenkan-sen cross, gold cross, and then the breakout will be more reliable. Otherwise, it can turn backwards and reach to the opposite side of the P wave. So P wave breakout is my favorite structure. So I see that in any time frames. But if you see P wave breakout, especially daily chart or forward charts, then that becomes very powerful. Alright, Miyakara, thank you for joining. Okay, Jeremy says, should you learn to start trading when you are young? That would be a plus, of course. If you study from young age about trades, then that would be a plus. But I think Forex trading or any tradings, you can start at any age. Alright, Kay Gailey, you're welcome. Thank you for the comments. And Dung, thank you for stopping by here also. He says your videos are very interesting and engaging. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Yeah, Orvin, you're welcome too. Thank you for pressing the like button. Alright. Let's see. Rafik, good to see you too. Raju, thank you for joining from India also. Okay, Mehid says, thank you so much, Kay, for the talk about strategy. What is open hours of Japan markets from 9 to 15 or to 17? I would pick 9 a.m. in Japan time until the 5 p.m. will be the Tokyo session. Technically, the stock market ends at 3 p.m., but there are retail traders still until the 5 p.m. So yeah, I would say 5 p.m. is the end of the business day, business hour in Japan. So that's why I have the Tokyo box until 5 p.m. Alright, Denny, and yeah, thank you for joining. Raju, MCX crude oil. I'm not familiar with it, so please remind me next week, because I will be ending this live stream in about 5 minutes or so. But WTI is uptrending. Once again, the US crude oil is uptrending now. So this is the market that we want to be in the trades. Alright, Raju and Brahim, thank you for thank you for the like button. Alright, and Dung also, thank you for pressing the like button. Let's see, Jai says, is it possible to trade with Ichimoku on lower time frame, or is it better suited for the higher time frames? Yeah, it's for higher time frames. Higher time frames mean daily chart or forward chart, 1 hour chart is good for Ichimoku, with Ichimoku, or even higher weekly or monthly chart are good, but I don't recommend on lower time frames. Like 5 or 15 will be a bit too lagging, so yeah, I don't use in lower time frames anymore. I used to use it in lower time frames, only Kumo breakout and Kijun Sen breakout, but recently I don't use it because they are a bit lagging. Alright, Arisena, thank you for joining. Great to see you again. Thank you for joining as well. Okay, I see gold is monthly 61.8% Fibonacci level and support at 1764. Yeah, the gold is retracing backwards now, and yeah, the price is at also the Senko span B of the weekly chart, as well as the previous support, so it can bounce. But if you're looking for the sell chance, then you have to wait for the clear breakout, otherwise it can turn bearish or bullish. We never know which way it goes in this situation. Okay, let's see. Jason says, Kay, can you talk about which time frame is more dominant? dominant. 5-minute chart to monthly charts has influence, or monthly to 5-minute. That will be from higher to lower time frames. The market tends to follow the major direction, so that's why I see top-down analysis. I always see charts from higher time frames to lower time frames and see which time frame to follow. But when it twists, when the market twists or reverses and creates new trends, it starts from the lower time frames. Alright, hello Mizan, thank you for joining. Yeah, you changed the name, so I couldn't recognize, but thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Alright, Blackwater, thank you for the comments. Okay, World Tracker says, would you think USD pair will continue or back to the previous trend? Yeah, USD pairs are, hold on, let me see. Let me take example of, let's see, I think good example would be, let's see, Pound USD. This is overall still bullish. So I would say USD is still bullish in that sense. Let me check the Euro USD also. Euro is bearish, USD is bullish also. So in that sense too, USD is bullish. It's strong in its currency. Alright, Mehdi, you're welcome. Thank you for the comment. And Fights also, thank you for the comment too. Trade Like Legend says, are you $1 million? No, I'm not. I'm not. Yeah. But I will be diversifying my assets into stock markets, indexes. So that will be for this week's challenge. Orvin says, do you think Euro AUD daily chart is clear breakout? Euro AUD chart, let's see. I would say that this is not the clear breakout on the weekly chart, but let me go down to daily chart. On the daily chart, the price looks exactly at the previous resistance. So yeah, I would wait for one more candlestick on the daily chart, which is the end of the Monday, and make sure that the Monday close is above the resistance at 1.58514 level, and then from Tuesday I look for the buy chance. Right now it's kind of hard to tell. It might turn bearish anytime soon. Jai says, yes, at the moment I'm scalping, but I want to start trading on higher time frames with Ichimoku. Yeah, Ichimoku works the best in higher time frames. So you can still scalp, but you can follow the trends in scalp in lower time frames. Alright, Boon, Lesman, thank you for joining. Alright, Machuna Frank, thank you for joining as well. Great to see you here. Alright, Deepak, thank you for joining as well. Very good to see you. Yeah, Orvin, you're welcome here. Okay, so it looks like I will be ending the live stream for now. So once again, next week we have lots of news, lots of events, especially Wednesday and Thursdays. So we have to be careful for next week. Oh, Nico, thank you for the comment. Yeah, you have been following me since 300 members. Yeah, thank you for following me since I'm young in this YouTube. Yeah, we'll talk more about this tomorrow on the special live stream. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow, everyone. Orvin, yeah, good night. Thank you for joining. And everyone, thank you for joining. So I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Please rest well. And please take a good time with the family and friends, and charge yourself and get ready for next week trends and trades. So until then, until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Alright, everyone. Matane. I see matane, and that means see you in Japanese. So matane everyone. Thank you.